Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thursday night was a fun night already. Okay, um, both games have some good moments in them. But that NFL game, man, between Seattle and the Cardinals, man, flat out amazing. Before we get into that, though, again, welcome back. My name's Isaiah Austin, and welcome back to the IDA King Video Productions channel. And let's go ahead and get into it, man. I'm telling you right now, we'll start with Army. We'll start with Army in East Carolina. East Carolina pounced on them early. Was up 21-0 on them. And they didn't look back. They stayed steady, stayed cool. Ended up doing a trick play. I think that led to a touchdown on the field goal. I think a fake like field goal that led to a touchdown. Army was struggling offensively. East Carolina was cool. Their quarterback Hauser, I think it was like 15 for 22. He had 2 touchdowns. He threw a pick, but that was towards the end of the half, first half and stuff. But they were already up 21-0. Didn't give up no points, and you know, they only held Army. They held Army to 6 points. Army didn't really score much when it came to that. So uh, yeah, they struggled though. Army's struggled. They've been in a lot of close games, but they really got blown out a little bit today. Their offense really, the triple option offense was really really rough today, and they couldn't really run the ball. They couldn't really barely stop East Carolina. East Carolina kind of beat themselves a little bit. They could have got at least another field goal towards the end of that first half. So you know, they could have been up more, but East Carolina did their thing. Got a big win. But let me tell you something though. This game was crazy with the NFL, man. With Seattle versus the Cardinals. Seattle ended up winning the game. Man, it was great plays by Sam Darnold. Great throws. Also, Arizona did some good things, especially in that second half. They struggled in the first half for sure. But, Jackson Smith and Jibba and Marvin Harrison Jr. both came alive in the second half. Just had great plays, great touchdowns, great amazing catches, clutch catches that put their teams in the best position to win. I mean, in that first half, Arizona was struggling. They really was struggling. You know, Marvin Harrison, man, dropped the ball, led to an interception. Kyler Murray threw an interception in a pick that was really kind of off. Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't, I guess, keep running. I mean, I don't know if he would have caught the ball anyway, but, they struggled. They were not on the same page. They looked like a daisical a little bit. Seattle's defense was really, really, really good throughout most of the game. Really throughout really all the game until that comeback that happened. Seattle was up 20-6. They had a real low percentage of winning. And then all of a sudden, after they kicked the field goal, go up 20-6. Really, they had a penalty that could have been a touchdown. I think it was a holding penalty on Smith and Jigba. I mean, maybe he pulled him down a little bit. I wasn't the biggest fan of the call, I guess, but I understand it. That took away that touchdown. It would have been 24-6, but they ended up having to settle for a field goal after a few more penalties, I believe. 20-6, and now all of a sudden Arizona started coming back. They started making big plays. Kyler Murray was clutch, big runs, big plays, nice, beautiful dominance when it comes to that. And Marvin Harrison came alive even more. It was great in the second half, but he came alive on those 2 drives that led to touchdowns. So it was great. It was one of those things where, you've seen great plays. But then on the last drive, right, 2020, right, Seattle came down. Smith and Jigba made a clutch catch to get big yardage on that first down. Clutch catch. He was amazing. Flat out clutch catch. Okay. Got out of bounds. They reviewed it. He got out of bounds. They kept the timeout. They ran the ball, got more yards, right? Lowered that clock down. And then Seattle had a game-winning field goal to win the game. That was a fun game. Arizona fought back and came back, right? They fought back and played hard after losing to the 49ers last week in a tough, close game. on a similar situation, game-winning field goal, right? So that was tough. But Arizona, they got back, got a little better, but they lost a close game. Seattle is now 3-1, right? I think they're 1-1 in the division now. So that was a good game. That was a fun game. That was an amazing game, right? Now, I'm not going to lie. Friday's going to be special in college football, though. Friday's going to be fun, right? There's some good college games going on Friday, man. Florida State versus Virginia, right? Florida State's number 8 in the country, man. They look great. Ever since beating Alabama, they have been amazing. Even more, they've gotten better and better. They've been great. Their quarterback has been fantastic. It's been amazing. The defense has been really fundamentally sound, really good. Virginia's looking better too. Looking better. They're 3-1. They look way better. So that's one of those games you gotta be really, really cautious in getting to see. TCU, man, versus Arizona State. Arizona State had a loss to a real good Mississippi State team who was undefeated. But man, they got back on track after that loss. Man, they won the last 2 games, got back on track, and did some real great things. And TCU has been amazing, man. I seen them play against North Carolina. They blew out Coach Bill Belichick's team at North Carolina. But they have been great. They're ranked in the top 25. They are a really great, fundamentally football team. They got a great quarterback in Hoover, who's amazing. He can spin the ball with the best of them. So he's one of those great ones. They got great talent at the running back and receiver positions. Right, the defense has been really solid too. So that game is another good game that I think will come on. I think that game's going to be on Fox. The Florida State versus Virginia game is going to be on ESPN. Another game that's going to be on ESPN is Houston versus Oregon State. Oregon State's on 4. They're struggling. They're on 4. It's hard to get a win. They're probably going to lose this game too to Houston because Houston's really good. I've seen them play a few times. They are a great football team. 3-0. Seen them play against Colorado. They really, really put the Colorado. I believe they were at home in that game, and they pulled away. It was like 37-20. Right. That was a great win, great game from Houston, and they showed up, showed out, and did a lot of good stuff. They did a lot of good stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that game too. Seeing how Houston hopefully is not let down for them because I know Oregon State is trying to come and get a win. They're trying to come back and get a big win and a big fundamental win down in Oregon State, right? But overall, man, I'm gonna tell you, overall it was good. Thursday was a great night. Great night of football. It's a great night, right? And it was fun. It was exciting. Some teams did a lot of good things, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of situations that were good. A comeback from Arizona trying to win the game. Some people are probably going to ask why they didn't go for 2 towards the end. I can understand not going for 2. I can understand it, especially with all the momentum. I mean, you could have went for 2. And I think with all the momentum, they could have got it. And then, but they probably could have still won the game, though, Seattle, because, you're going for the field goal, right? You're going for that field goal. You want to be cautious and try to at least force the overtime, because just in case you don't get it, then you're going to have to go for an onside kick, which is harder to even get than going for the 2. So I can understand it. I can understand it for sure. So I'm not mad at it. So I could definitely understand that decision not to go for 2. And then let's say, look, for example, they made the 2-point conversion. They still could go and win the game off the field goal too. So, I understand it for sure. I think Arizona should definitely try to start better next time. Try to start better in the games. Marvin Harrison Jr. though, he's gonna be fine. And Kyler Murray, they're gonna figure it out. Their tight end, I believe McBride, really great tight end. He's been special. He's been a special player at tight end. So, they have great weapons, man. Connors is hurt. I think he out for the rest of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I think don't quote me on that. I think that's right. That's a great player. He was from the Steelers. He came here years ago, but he's a beast. So he's the engine, really. So it's really one of those situations where you know, they missed that voice in the locker room like him. But overall, man, you know, that was a good game though. Still, Seattle, man, they're a good team. You know, they're a competitive team. They've been a really, really fiery, competitive team since their head coach. I think McDonald, if I said his last name correctly, I think it's McDonald. Coach McDonald. He's a beast. He's a beast as a head coach, man. He knows how to lead the group, and he's really good. Sam Darnold's been playing really well, uh, really since last season, and he's proven it again. So I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty excited for Friday. Because I think those are going to be good games leading up to the fun day of Saturday, right? Fun day of Saturday. All right. In the next video, we're going to talk about Saturday games. Try to go a lot to pick from, a lot of games to pick from. Ranked and unranked games that are going to be probably really, really amazing. This is probably going to be the best week so far of college football. It's going to be one of the best weeks in college football, for sure. I really believe that. It's going to be a fantastic Saturday. But start with tomorrow. It's going to start with tomorrow again, just like it started with tonight with a solid game that East Carolina put up against Army. Gonna have fun, man. Again, if y'all like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. You know, comment, share them. Right? It's going to be a great channel. It's going to be a great channel. It'll be a fun channel to watch. And it's going to be exciting, man. I'm excited. I'm pretty excited. Again, Isaiah Austin, welcome. All right? It's Isaiah Austin. And it's IDA King Video Productions. Right? And again, like I said, man, if you love it, subscribe. All right? Man, pretty excited, man. Pretty excited. Y'all have a good one. And make sure y'all be safe out there. Peace.